Theater is a form of connection and communication, all centered around the art of collaboration. From the community playhouse and educational institution to the many regional theaters, on Broadway, and in the corporate entertainment world, including cruise ships and industrial events, collaboration is at the heart of every show, every production. Collaboration is the blending of art and science, of creativity and the production process. It is the dance that happens when artists, technicians, designers, producers, musicians, marketers, and a wide variety of passionate individuals bring their talents together to develop a singular experience. Projects with Jason is one such collaboration seeking to inspire, educate, connect, and entertain through a series of unique, multifaceted experiences which seek to explore the wonderful spirit that is generated when professionals of all backgrounds and experiences intersect with rising theater students and educators, bringing together working professionals and talented students in a crucible of collaboration that happens when you put people together in a room and charge them to create something. The results are very special. This series of works is designed to enrich and inspire students, educators, artists, and all others as we look to connect, be entertained, and grow as artists and human beings.
Hi, I'm Jason Daunter. Join me in our Projects with Jason team as we head north to Portland, Oregon, and introduce you to the incredible students at Jesuit High. They are joined by Laurel Harris from Broadway's Beautiful, In Transit, Wicked, and Jagged Little Pill. This is Virtual Cabaret. Hey! We are on vacation. Well, not really vacation, but we're on tour, I would say. We're actually still in Studio 2, so to give the whole joke away. But we're in Portland tonight. I'm assuming it's raining, because when I played Portland a million years ago with Wicked, it rained 29 of the 30 days we were there. So yeah, I'm Jason Daunter. It's Friday night. You're right where you should be at Virtual Cabaret. If you've not tuned in before, welcome. We are giving high school students a chance to tell their stories, to sing a song, because shows have been canceled, school's been canceled. So we've taken to the internet and been doing it mostly in Southern California with our participants and friends from across the country as performers on a professional level. But tonight we have gone to Portland. For the Project with Jason team, Portland is kind of a second home, because a million years ago when we started another show, it was the second city that sponsored that show. And we toured Making Magic Defying Gravity with our dear friend Jeff Hall. So we went up to Portland. So it's kind of like old home week going back to Portland tonight. If you are joining us, just know that we will have virtual applause as well. You will hear it here in the studio. There it is. Very nice. It's a good crowd tonight. But you can also comment right over there and show your love for the performers tonight with hands, love, yeah, yes, work, hashtag work, if you will, at Project with Jason on all social media. And also, it's been a big week here at Project with Jason, so a couple updates. We launched the website today, thanks to the incredible work of our production manager, Kimberly Cole, her husband, Kyle Cole, our executive producer, Matt Conover, the whole team here. It's really about the collaboration here, and I know if you've seen it before, you've heard me talk about that, but everyone on the team, basically, we all work on everyone's areas. You know, you have certain focuses that you're working on, but it's very much a collective that everyone can comment and work and cross over. And so it really is a true team effort. We're getting ready for the big Cheetah Rivera Artist in Conversation tomorrow. So if you're watching this live tonight, make sure you're back with us tomorrow. We will be an 8 o'clock Eastern time start tomorrow night. So 5 o'clock out here on the West Coast if you're with us. So yeah, big week here at Project with Jason. Check out the website, follow us on social media. We got some great performances tonight. And also, we got some really cool stuff coming up. So make sure you're following. We got guests we're going to be announcing, some really big names up. We launch a new tech series next week. So lots happening. But let's get to tonight, which is Jesuit High School. So I'm going to bring in two people that I consider friends. I've often said that when you get to collaborate with people that are these educators, you see what benefits their students are getting from them being in the classroom completely, because they still motivate me and they challenge me at almost 40 years old to still have that resource and that friendship, but also somebody that's going to say, hey, did you think about this? It's pretty great. So please help me welcome Jeff and Elaine all the way in Portland from Jesuit High School.
Hey.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey, Jason.
How are you? It's so good to see you guys.
It is raining.
It is. Oh, see, let's get right to it. It's raining. I knew it. I knew it. So one of the questions I want to start right before we get into the Jesuit High, I want to just ask Jeff right off the bat. A million years ago, I was talking briefly about making magic defying gravity. Like, what makes you continue to say yes to this stuff and jump in like, waist deep into the pool that just you're always like right there for any project? And what continues to drive you to say yes to this kind of stuff?
Well, I consider the biggest part of my job to introduce our students to as many people as possible that aren't me. And this gives us an opportunity to do that. We get to introduce them to as many people as possible who have a different perspective, different way of doing stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. Elaine, talk to us a little bit about the Jesuit program. What kind of shows do you present? How many shows do you do? All of that. Tell us a little bit about Jesuit.
Well, we do 5 or 6 events a year, and it's great. Jeff and I have been there forever. It seems like forever. Jeff's been there for 29 years, and I've been there for 28 years. So we've been there for quite a while. And when we first started it, we did 2 shows
like
a year.
10.
I was going to say, you were like 8 or 9, right? Yeah.
Right. We started with 2 shows a year way back in the day, and now we're up to like 5 or 6 events. We have a freshman ensemble show that's just freshmen. We have a fall show. We have a winter musical. We have a spring show, the one that just got canceled. We have a playwriting festival. We also do the 24-hour plays, or we do a one-act festival. We change it up a little bit every year and give kids something to look forward to, something new.
I mean, I follow your social media, obviously, and I'm always just amazed at like the whole thing. I talk every week about process over product, or not over, but just the difference between process and product. And you can do both, because I just see like the work that everybody does at your school, and it's amazing to me that it's to tech everybody. And I've been in that space, and it's just really wonderful. So, one man, 2 governors. Am I saying? I was going to say gentleman, 2 governors, and I was getting Gentleman's Guide because you also did that. One Man, 2 Governors was the show that got canceled, correct?
It was. It was. So all 5 performers tonight are members of that cast. And toward the end of the evening, when we get an opportunity to show some of the images from this year's season, I think the final image in that montage is a photo of a recent Zoom rehearsal. Because even though we can't do the show as we had originally planned, we have some fun things in store that we'll be releasing to our audience online.
Oh, that's really cool. Congrats. That's really
Whatever
great.
we can do.
Yeah. The question I typically, I kind of change it each week, but each of you, if you could say, you're going to say something to our virtual student audience, but also to your students, what's been the hardest thing about this process? I mean, I know obviously not seeing the students, but let's go a little deeper than that. I said it today that I feel like I've been seeing these people. I have a dear mentor of mine who's working on the Cheetah show tomorrow. And I said the other morning to the executive producer, I said, I think I'm going to see her on Saturday night. Like, it just literally hit me that I was like, oh, she's going to be at the show on Saturday night. And it was this realization of, no, you're not going to see her. You'll see her on this. But it sort of hit me. And I had a moment about the whole thing that it's, Kim Cole, our production manager, and I saw each other from a distance the other day. I drove by the house, blew the horn, and we waved. And we both sort of stood there and cried for a second, because we see each other every day. But so what has this whole process been like to you guys, without your students? And what would you say to them?
We have a couple of watchwords in our program, and one of them is community. And, that's one of the things that you can't really replace when you are so remote like this. And so opportunities like this for us to be able to taste it a bit, and to even just in the comments, or just in the way people were working on it, to recapture some of that's really valuable.
Yeah, the community aspect. I was going to say collaboration or community. The hardest part for me is like being in the room with the students. I miss them so much. We've had Zoom calls, many Zoom calls. I just miss being with them.
Yeah.
That's the saddest part for me. because they're delightful.
Yeah, and I think that is the thing, is also because, we're not in film. We've all been kind of teaching ourselves this TV thing. And I say to the kids every week, I applaud their bravery for coming and putting it out here, because we're not doing film and TV acting, and we don't know what we're all learning. And we've been trying to raise the bar every week. I mean, that was a brand new opening we put in tonight. I don't know if I've already said that. The amazing Travis Kelly and the whole team that put that opening together, that really, I think, just brands what we're trying to do here. So we continue to raise the bar, and it's amazing. But the audience is the other part. So we're trying to get that in the comments and people that are watching tonight, because they are our other part. And we've got our loyal fans that come back each week. So thank you both for being here. Hang around for a second, because we're going to check in with Miss Laurel Harris.
Yay.
I get to see my friends. Where is she? Is she ready? She's still putting a wig on. Where is she?
I'm here.
There you are. There you are, my darling. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Home recording studio there.
I know. It's very fancy.
We've got to keep it together tonight, because you and I mean, it's been fun, because I've gotten to have some of the, the old gang. And when I'm pitching the show to people, I'm like, oh, Laurel's doing it tonight. And Bud Weber was like, oh my God, Dara said hello. Everybody just knows each other. And it's great, because would you agree that the theater community, none other, shows up when there's a crisis, right?
1000%. Yeah, it's so beautiful to see. We're so resilient, and everyone wants to be there for each other and help in any way possible. And that's been so cool to see in New York City. Just despite everything that's happening, you see the theater community coming together, making masks. They were one of the first communities to start doing that, and gowns for the hospitals, and just staying positive and getting online as much as possible to keep the morale up. And
totally.
Yeah, it's a very special community for sure.
Great. So you're going to hang out for a bit, because we're going to ask you to sing a little later.
Okay.
So we'll come check in with you a little later, but I'm so glad you're here. That's Laurel Harris, everybody. We're going to come back to her in a bit. But let's get to the game. Let's get to the main show, right? And start it. Where's Mackenzie James? Come talk to me, Mackenzie. There she is. Hi, Mackenzie.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh.
Are you excited? Your face is telling me you're very excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
So we talked a little bit earlier about my connection to the show that you're singing from, because I try to give a little information about the shows each year. But it was 15 years ago, 2005. Shout out to my Troika peeps out there, the second national tour of Thoroughly Modern Millie. For almost a year and a half, we were out with that thing, one-nighters and stuff. And I love this show. Why do you love this show so much?
Oh my gosh. I first came to it for an audition song. And I just loved it. And then I watched the bootleg on YouTube, and I just loved the story. And I thought it wasn't told enough. So yeah.
Amazing. You haven't gotten to do a full production of the show yet, right?
No, not yet.
No. Okay, great. And you are, I know it flashed past me. You're a junior. We did talk about, right? You're a junior.
Yes.
We get another year of you. What do you miss most about going to school every day?
Oh my gosh. Just seeing everyone. And you never know what you can't take for granted.
That's a really good way to look at it. You were in period. I thought there was gonna be a comma and more to that, but the statement was definitely over there. I'm gonna have you sing for us, because that's why you're here, and I want our audience to hear you. So from Thoroughly Modern Millie, a little Forget About the Boy. This is Mackenzie Hymas.
No canary in a cage for me. This canary's ready to fly free. Cut the cord. Is that a man I once adored? He's nothing but an albatross, no great loss, double crosser. Forget about the boy. Pull the plug. Ain't he the one who pulled the rug? He's lower than an alley cat, dirty rat, and I flatter. Forget about the boy. Forget about the boy. Forget about the boy. And in the moonlight, don't you think about him? Sister, you're much better off without him. You can blow the blues and kiss goodbye, and put the sun back in the sky. For when he comes crawling, I'm not falling. Shout hooray and hallelujah. Now me and Mr. Roll are through. I'll find myself another beau who I know is no rover. Forget about the boy. Forget about the boy. Forget about Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy, Horace, Danny, Milton, Barney, Shriver, CPA. Jimmy, oh Jimmy, silly boy. Gee, what a real swell guy. Forget about the boy. Jimmy, oh what joy he makes my troubles fly. Forget about the boy, forget about the boy, forget about the boy. Forget about the boy, forget about the boy, forget about the boy.
Yes. Forget about him. Throw him out, Barney Schreiber. We're not putting up with your crap no more. I love that show. I mean, I put on the whole soundtrack the other day again because it's just one of those, again, obviously working on it for so long, but the music's so great. It's so much fun. Yeah, you love it too. Your smile is everything. You were fantastic. We're gonna chit chat a little bit more because it's tonight. We've got two songs right at the top that are both by the same composer, Janine Tesori. So I want to talk to both of you after this next performance. So stick around. We'll bring you back. All right. Yeah, no worries. That's Mackenzie, everybody. She was so great. Let's bring in Taylor. Taylor, come talk to me.
Hi.
Hi, Taylor. What's going on?
Not much.
I always do love, truthfully, because we bill it as, from living rooms, bedrooms, garages, whatever. I always love to see what the setting is each week, where we are. Are you in your living room? What is this?
My den.
Your den. All right. I own nothing. So you've got more than I have right now. So that's really great. It's a nice den. And you're going to be singing from the amazing Fun Home. Talk to me about why you chose Fun Home and why this song.
This song is like a little bit personal to me as a member of the LGBTQ community. Being pansexual, I never had something like this song have. Sorry.
This is why I should rehearse the questions. I'm going to be told this in notes tonight. Is that I should ask questions off the cuff.
The song means a lot to me because I was that girl in the character in this song when I was 13. So just to have something that is very personal to me, it just means so much. So yeah.
We have nothing more to say. And I applaud I did not know that. That is the truth. I did not know that. We did not discuss that. I thought the song was for you. No, I applaud your bravery because, honey, there is no way at your age that I would have stood up in front of 3 people and admitted to that. And you just admitted it to a bunch of strangers across the country and they're going crazy. So I applaud your bravery. I'm going to give you a second and I'm going to stall because I did that to you. So I'm going to do a long intro and then we're going to come back to you in the camera shot for your amazing song. So take a breath, get ready.
Okay.
We're ready to hear it. That was amazing. And I'm going to be lectured later about how I don't rehearse during the afternoon sessions with questions, but I wouldn't trade that for the world. That was amazing. And that's what this show did. It was the first lesbian protagonist in a musical. It was revolutionary. People walked out of the Circle and Square every night, emotionally struck and couldn't really speak about it. So if you're not familiar, it's been fun because we've had a lot of people reach out that say, I don't know these shows. Musical theater is a world to me that I've lived in for however many years. It's the only stuff I listen to on all of my devices. But there are people out there that have started listening and I don't know this show. And so they're now being reintroduced to it, which I think is also really amazing. So with the epic Ring of Keys from Fun Home, this is the very brave Taylor Andreas.
Someone just came in the door like no one I ever saw before. I feel I don't know where you came from. I wish I did. I feel so dumb. I feel you're swagger and you're wearing and the just right clothes you're wearing, your short hair and your dungarees and your lace-up boots and your keys, oh, your ring of keys. I thought it was supposed to be wrong, but you seem okay with being strong. I want to. You're so... It's probably conceited to say, but I think we're alike in a certain way. Your swagger and your bearing and the just right clothes you're wearing, your short hair and your dungarees and your lace-up boots and your keys, oh, your ring of keys. Do you feel my heart saying hi? In this whole luncheonette, why am I the only one who sees you're beautiful? No, I mean handsome. Your swagger and your bearing and the just right clothes you're wearing, your short hair and your dungarees and your lace-up boots and your keys, oh, your ring of keys. I know you. I know you. I know you.
That's it, everybody. Good night. I can't. I have 45 more minutes in me. Ooh, you wrecked me, sweetie. That was good for you. Let's get your friend back here because we're going to talk to her too. And then I know I'll get excited about this and I'll probably cry again. Mackenzie, come on back. So ladies and everybody watching, one of the cool things about, being in this situation is we can do things we probably couldn't do in a lot of theaters a lot of times. And because everybody is so giving in this community, I have a surprise for you. Janine Tesori is here, who wrote both of those shows. And we're about to bring her in and you're about to meet her. So Ms. Tesori, will you please join us? There she is.
Legendary composer. That is hilarious.
We only speak truth here. We only speak truth. Hi.
Hi.
You got to hear these two, so I'm going to totally put you on the spot. And this is the ones that I was saying earlier, I was like, when they find out, it's like, yes, your musical and your play might have gotten canceled, but you're about to get a one-on-one with Janine Tesori. So
I know, you never know who's going to show up on these things.
Never do.
I applaud you both. That was so wonderful. It's like peeking in on
Thank you.
someone's house, like looking in the window at someone, and it's such. I mean, you're absolutely right. This time is taken from us, but it's also given us this opportunity to beam into each other's, dens and houses. I really like your den, by the way.
Thank you.
That red curtain behind you both so well, and it's such an honor, and it's actually really moving to me to know that the work goes out there no matter what. It endures, and so thank you for singing our work.
I want to bring back Jeff and Elaine real quick because I told them I would, and while they're coming back, I know I geek out every time I see you, Janine, but Violet is still my personal favorite of all time. And I know it's a, female character, but it's one that I just relate with that story. And everything you write is obviously story and character based, but you've got these characters that just live on, obviously. And I did not know we were gonna get that story out of that, but that really just kicked me in the gut, for Ring of Keys, to know that story is speaking to so many people. And to a whole new generation. I think it's really amazing. So Jeff and Elaine, do you have anything you'd like to say to Ms. Tesori while she's here? Because I know you've done the shows and all the years right now.
We've loved everything that we've gotten to be a part of, that you've been a part of. We did Shrek a few years ago, which was a blast.
Yeah.
It was really fun. And we just had a small group do a small group musical from just a scene at a competition from Violet, and that was really, really fun.
That's great. Yeah. That's great. Thank you for doing that. And you were saying that before, but for both of you to be able to get on camera and be so great and to speak your, I know it's like a lot of people say like speak your truth, but I didn't do that for a very long time. That's why I write. The notes for me are they're like little beams of truth. They're little things that go out, but I wouldn't be able to do what you are doing right now. So I just want to say thank you to both of you for keeping our work alive, because otherwise it's just stuff on a page. It doesn't live until someone sings it or acts it. So you honor all the composers and the lyricists and the book writers out there when you do the work. And that's for everybody on this beautiful Brady Bunch. Well,
Thank you.
Brady Bunch.
Thank you.
Amazing. Ladies, do you have anything you'd like to ask real quick? Well, you're stunned. I can see it in both of your faces.
Yeah, I was crying a little bit. I just want to say thank you so much for writing Fun Home. The show means so much to me, especially that song. And just, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I will pass that on to Lisa, who is my sister. She's actually the one who brought the book to me. And so it was, we never knew what was going to happen. So the fact that we started writing that so long ago to the fact that we're meeting on this and you're singing it is itself a miracle. There are miracles everywhere, but that's one of them.
Yeah, thank you for writing all that music. You're such an amazing songwriter.
Oh, thank you. This is definitely going to be a very good thing for me to be able to wake up tomorrow and want to write, because right now I just want to do puzzles and like walk my dog is so exhausted. She keeps looking at me like, no more walking. No. I've never seen it. I get the leash and she's like, no. So I need to get to write, and it makes me want to write, seeing the two of you and what everyone's doing. Because I think, I should keep going. I should keep going. Yeah. So thank you for that.
We have to.
You should definitely keep going.
Oh, yeah.
On behalf of everybody Janine is watching tonight, because the comments are blowing up. They're so excited to see you. Everyone loves you. Thank you for taking the time to stop in. We're sending all of our love to New York. Our hearts are with that city so much, and we're reaching out across this country. And we're gonna come back. I know it's hard some days to think that, but we're gonna come back and we're gonna figure it out. So
people are coming back here because that's first. And you just like imagine that like four walls can be literal or they can be. So New York is hanging really tough. The compassion is unbelievable. And a shout out to every frontline worker, anybody who delivers a package or a pizza or is out there. I am amazed by them. So thank you. And thank you, both of you, and everybody here for, the shout out, especially to New York.
Well, and if you ever want to come spend a little more time with us, you know how to reach us, and we'll have another love fest for Janine Tesori coming up in the coming months. So.
I put myself in a FedEx box with a couple of holes. I would.
We will do it. Thank you so much. Don't walk your dog again tonight. Just rest. Give the dog a night off.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Big shout out to Laurel Harris, who's our guest tonight, who her and I kind of conspired on that, and she got it to work. And it was an amazing moment to know that was going to happen tonight. It was truly a surprise to other than four of us tonight. So it was very great. Thanks, Janine. Amazing. We've got another first. This is a big show tonight. You guys are here for a big show. Who used to say that? Some like TV, somebody who's like over the age of, who was it? Ed McMahon used to say we got a big show. Okay. I don't know where I get this stuff. This is another first. Let's talk to Kate, and you're going to find out she's been cleared. She's not, in an off-site location somewhere that we don't know about, because when it pops up, they're going to be like, she's in a studio. We know. It's all good. She's fine. She's social distancing. She's by herself. Kate, come talk to me. There she is. Hello. You needed a little more space, because when it was presented to me, it was like, how about a tap dancer? Can we do, it's Ed Sullivan, they're saying. Oh, I did see that flyby. Sorry, we had to go back to Ed Sullivan, apparently. Our dramaturg, Gay Jones out there, for those of you in California weighing in. You're going to tap dance tonight, a first.
I am.
On the show. We cannot wait. And it's also kind of homage to, you're doing one of the songs from Gentlemen to Governors.
Yes.
So did you choreograph this with an assistance of a friend? I saw.
Yeah, I did. We got sent videos back and forth, got a little FaceTime, just like a way to collaborate and create.
That's amazing. Are you ready to do it?
I am.
All right, I'm going to set you up so you can get ready. Awesome. This is from Gentlemen's I get this one wrong every time. One Man, Two Governors. It is Lighten Up and Lay Low, and it's performed by the original Broadway cast. This is Kate Harmon.
We're good girls, not naughty girls, we're nice and good girls, never should girls be accomplice to a murder more than twice. If your man has done the deed and it's made him on not need, keep him warm and then proceed to offer this advice. Lighten up and lay low, flee the scene of the crime. Lighten up and lay low, no one wants to be doing time. Tidy up and say Joe, if you want to stay free. Keep strong, lighten up and lay low with me. Be sure the weapon is dispensable, keep him sensible too. Provocation is defensible, true. But do you want to risk it? Lighten up and lay low, flee the scene of the crime. Lighten up and lay low, no one wants to be doing time. Tidy up and say Joe, if you want to stay free. Keep strong, lighten up and lay low with me. Yeah, keep strong, lighten up and lay low with me. With me. With me.
Yes, tap dance. Oh, let it roll in. We know it's going to roll into the track, and now you'll encore. And you'll tag it. Yeah, there it is. Work. That was amazing.
Thank you so much.
Tell me a little bit about what your passions are in high school besides theater, or is it all theater? It's obviously dance.
Obviously, yeah. No, I actually have been, I'm sorry, I'm blanking right now. I did play soccer my freshman year.
More than I did, sweetheart. That's fine. That's good. And what shows have you been in at Jesuit?
So I have been in the musicals every year. We did Newsies and Matilda and Something Rotten, which was so exciting. And then I got to play Jane Bennett in Pride and Prejudice this year, which was an absolute dream come true. So yeah.
You don't enjoy it at all. Your face just beams with radiation, like with this smile. Yeah, no, you love it. You're bit by the bug. Thank you for being so brave and wanting to do this tonight and putting it out there. And it looked great. You did a great job. Everybody, that is Kate Harmon. I was going to say Laurel Harris because she's next, and that is not right. Tap dancer on the show. I also, during rehearsal today, I suggested that I would tap dance with some shoes on my hands, and I pitched it to Caroline. You all know the famous Caroline, who's my stage manager. If you're not following us on Instagram, there's a very big story there about that. Somebody's trying to probably put a camera on her, but they are taking it to the wrong studio. I said, what if I tap dance with, and she said, no. I said, okay. So the idea didn't happen. So if you're upset about the idea not happening, you can write to us on Instagram, and maybe I'll tap dance in the future. Speaking of people that are fun and wild to work with, Laurel Harris is another one of my favorite people in the entire world. She is a larger-than-life personality. You never see her upset, angry. We did Wicked together. She's just a load of fun, and I'm so thrilled to have her here tonight. So Laurel, come talk to me.
Hello! Oh, Professor Higgins. We love that song, don't we?
What were we? We were going to have Laurel and Jason's Broadway, right? It was going to be like a review off or something.
Well, now's the time to do it. I mean, let's go. We need our channel.
People are so desperate for anything, right? So
we need content. It's time.
I think we should talk. Have your people call my people.
Okay, great.
Now, I know we don't really get bogged down in this show about the reasons for why we're doing this. Everyone's aware of what's going on in the world, and we don't, really get bogged down in that. But I do want to call attention to the fact that you did have coronavirus, and you beat it, and you're back, and you're singing like you never sang before, like just as big as always. And so you did it. So I want to let people know there is an end to it, and you can get around it. So I can't thank you enough. And then also you're at your aunt's house, right? It's your family's house, and your aunt is a first responder, and she's out there nightly in the hospital. And so we want to make sure Janine did it already, but another one. And we saw them last night at rehearsal, and they are fun. Are they all in the room again tonight? Are they all there?
Well, so my aunt and uncle, who are first responders, are this is not their house. It's my other aunt's house, my Aunt Carol, who's just as awesome. So but I don't know, they're probably watching from their house. I think, they're watching.
It was like a party last night. We all just wanted to sit around and talk. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. So talk to me about what high school theater meant to you that made you want to, do you see yourself in some of the talent tonight and being like, I remember like I wanted to do it and get out there, and what were you like?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I mean, when I was watching Mackenzie and Taylor and then Janine came on, I lost it. I can't imagine meeting Janine Tesori in high school. And Kate was so beautiful with her tap dancing, and just to remember that, when we first get the bug and it's like, ooh, what is this? This feels good. This is a way I can express myself. It feels so real and authentic, and just completely vulnerable and unabashed way of really celebrating yourself and celebrating art and celebrating connection with another human being. And so that's when I was in high school. I mean, I loved any way to connect with someone else. And I found that through theater. I found that through the storytelling on stage. And then I found, the audiences, and then I found it through the fellow actors and crew and stage managers and everyone behind the scenes as well, of just that, all coming together for a common purpose and for everyone's higher good. And there's just something very special about what we all do in the arts, and especially during this time. And like Janine was saying, it is a scary time, and time where things have been taken away from us, but it's also a time of opportunities like this to really digging deeper in a way that we might not have the opportunity to do before.
I couldn't agree. And, you've had the great fortune of being able to play some like iconic and being some iconic female driven between, Elphaba and Wicked, Carol, and Beautiful, and then Jagged Little Pill, which is one of the most female power anthems and, show records, I'll say old school, sorry kids, records of all times that came out. But how does that feel? Because you've gotten to play some of these songs that just have the female power and the female strength at the core of it all.
Oh my gosh, it's incredible. I mean, we need more roles like this, obviously. There'd be more women, and I go on and on about more roles for Black people and Indigenous folks and people of color and the queer community. And, but yeah, I mean, I'm very grateful to have been able to play some of these really iconic, powerful women who are able to bravely state their missions and goals and get applauded and get, standing ovations. And I feel so grateful and so blessed to have had those opportunities. And every time I get the chance to do that, I am counting my blessings, because I know that it's an opportunity to reach other young folks, other women, other people who don't have a voice, and hopefully give them hope that, they need to stay driven, and they need to really listen to themselves to keep going, and that they are important, and they shouldn't fit into a box.
Yes.
And that what they are is perfect and unique and beautiful, and that needs to be celebrated.
Yeah.
So
who's that one right off the top of your head? No real thinking about it. Who's the one performer? I wouldn't say Broadway star, but just performer that is growing up that you were like, that's the one that you were just like, oh my God, like, could you know wrong? Who was it?
It was Sutton Foster.
Of course it was.
I'll never forget. I saw her in Millie, and I saw her at the end of Gimme Gimme do that. Oh, my headphones flew off. But it's perfect. This wouldn't have been going well if my headphones didn't.
And your crew is there. There's your technician and everything.
Crew, my husband crew. Rob Marnell.
I love that. There it is. There she is, everybody. She's eloquently speaking about diversity and casting, and then she knocks out everything in the room. That's Laurel Harris.
This is kind. That's it. Perfect and perfect, as we say in Jagged.
Oh,
but yeah,
Son did that. Go ahead. Another amazing powerful female is Sarah Bareilles, who wrote Waitress the musical, and that's what you're going to give us a little bit of right now once your headphones are here. Once you're I'm done. You're going to sing. I don't care what you do at this point. You're going to sing because you're out of your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, Laurel Harris.
Thank you. Okay. Major shout out to my husband, Rob, who's doing a lot of things on my computer screen right now that I don't understand. This is hope you enjoy.
Make it work, make it easy, make it clever, craft it into pieces, make it sweet, crimp the edges, we'll make it sour and serve them in wedges. Even doubt can be delicious, and it washes off upon the dirty dishes. When it's done, I can smell it's on someone else's plate for a while. Place it on display, and then I'll slice it and serve my worries away. I can fix this side, twist it into sugar, butter, covered pieces. Never mind what's underneath it, and I have done it before. Oh, make me a door to not make it through. I learned it from you, Mama. It's amazing what baking can do. Make it up and surprise them. Tell them all my secrets, but disguise them so they dance on the tongue of the very people that they're secret from. Make it soup, make it better, though butter never lasts forever. It's all so sweet. Even this, even now, even as the walls come tumbling down, even as I can't stop remembering how every door we ever made, we never once walked out. Something I never got the chance to ask her about. So with flour on my hands, should they all have goddamn happy I am. Sugar, butter, flour, don't let me down. Let's see the next amazing thing baking does now.
Yes. I just, just like that, right? Yeah. Oh, give me a break. Where did you?
My Aunt Carol has it for her grandkids.
And you're playing with it as well, probably, right? I said earlier today when I was kind of orchestrating these things with the team, I was like, I feel like kind of like Oprah, like we're just doing surprises and like whatever. Because do you remember who your high school theater teacher was? Like, is that like a name you remember and you think about?
Are you kidding me? All the time, every day.
Well, because guess what? She's here. We have her on the feed, and we're about to bring. Yes, she's here tonight, all the way from North Carolina. Let's bring in your teacher, Coco Thornton.
Hello. Wait, it's 11:15. It's so.
I know.
I know it's late on,
I've got
late on the East Coast.
ready to prop the eyelids open just in case.
Oh.
This is part of what I love about being able to do this show. Like, it's one of the, we're trying to find the silver linings, but we can do these things. We didn't have to put you on a plane and fly you across the country. I mean, both of you on the East Coast, so both of you. Lord help us. I see why you two worked out. Coco, tell me about Laurel. Was she batshit? Oh, there it is. Oops, I'm gonna get in trouble for that one too. Was she crazy in high school?
Seriously, Jason, she has always been the most delightful person you will ever meet. I mean, she's the epitome of professionalism with no ego, no, pomp and circumstance. Just, I am who I am. She loves everyone. And, I thought it was interesting when I was listening earlier about her talking about the roles that she's played and about how she feels honored that she can play roles of strong women who say what they believe and stand up for what they know is right. And she does all of that. And she doesn't do it in a judgmental way. She doesn't throw it in people's faces. She just loves people, and she shares what she believes and what she feels is important in all the right ways to make people calm down and listen to her. And she's always been like that. She's just a joy and a delight, and everybody loves working with her. Whenever I have my kids graduate, I always think if they can go off and be like Laurel, which probably no one will, because who can be like Laurel Harris? But if they can go off and be like Laurel, then like the world of theater will be, well taken care of. So
this is like the surprise and crying show tonight. This is like an Oprah episode.
I can't.
Yeah.
It is Oprah.
Live stream Emmys, here we come. What do you remember about your theater teacher, Laurel? Obviously you've stayed in contact, but what are some things you remember distinctly about that experience?
Oh my gosh. First of all, hi.
And hey, Rob over there behind.
Yeah.
She says hi, Rob. Thank you, cousin Sarah. It's a family affair. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, I don't even know where to start. I mean, I did an interview with someone the other day, and they were asking about my high school experience in theater, and I kept gushing about you, Miss Thornton, because you instilled, I'm not going to cry again, but you gave me the confidence to pursue this career. And a lot of people don't get that, from their teachers or from their families. So I'm so grateful to have gotten that from you. And I went to an amazing college, went to University of Michigan, and I learned a lot there. And I still didn't get the level of support and encouragement that I got from you. So I carry that with me through my career, and I've carried that with me for a very long time. So, and I've told so many people that, when you're teaching, what you're doing is so vital and so important in the arts. But especially when you're in high school, you really carry those people with you through your life, and you remember the things that they tell you. And I'll just never forget that Miss Thornton, she believes in all of her students and encourages them to learn in every facet possible, because you never know what you're going to, really feel that you fit into best, and what speaks to you most. And so Miss Thornton was just always telling me to try everything and to really do what felt right. And she encouraged me to take risks and to be me. And like what you're saying about just like, I'm me, like I'm unapologetically me, and you take it or leave it. But that's something that I carry with me, because I think a lot of people think that they have to fit into a perfect box. And that's not what we need in the theater. We need unique qualities. We need your authentic, beautiful, messy self, because that's what makes us human. And that's something that you instill in your students, which is so important. And you're doing theater that's out of the box and innovative and so creative. And those productions at Enloe High School are so incredible. I mean, They are so good. And everyone in this room saw most of my productions in that high school, and they will say the same thing. I mean, they're some of the highlights of my life in this theater
Thank you, Laurel.
journey that I've been on. So thank you so much.
That one of the things, we talk about the first responders and all that too, but I think that next tier I've been talking about are the educators right now, because you all have had to reinvent how you're doing things. And I just know even from the core group that we have at Project with Jason, who are teaching now online, and they're doing twice a week production meetings and running things for the shows and talking about it and all the different tools they've had to learn themselves too. So it is a big shout out to those teachers right now across the country, and you're getting to represent them tonight along with Jeff and Elaine. Thank you, because you're still doing it virtually, and you can see the emotion just well up when they get the minute to see a student and have a student, because Laurel just said it. I mean, they weren't called safe spaces back in our day. They were just spaces we knew we could be ourselves, and you often will see things in us that we don't even know are there, and you encourage it, and we're able to thrive. So I'm so glad the two of you got to see each other. Can you stay up a little longer and come to the after party?
Oh, yes.
Perfect.
I got the two fixed, remember? Like, it's fine.
Excellent. Laurel, you're going to pull yourself together and do another song later, yeah?
Okay, not right now.
No, right now you got a minute.
Oh,
but
great. Yeah, I can do it later.
For all of education, thank you both. It's amazing.
Thank
we'll see you afterwards. If you don't know, that's actually not fake. We actually do have an after party each week on Zoom. No official sponsorship from them, but if they want to talk to us, hit us up. We do, so we can get together and sort of see everybody, because the first week we did one, I was like, what's weird about this? And it was the fact that we didn't see everybody. We finished, and it was like the three of us here had pizza and talked about the show, and there was nothing. So we do see the entire company gets together each week after the show on a Zoom phone call, and we celebrate the work and the mission and all of that. So that was amazing. Big surprises tonight. We're loving this show. Let's and of course we're going to follow up with a song from Dear Evan Hansen, because that's just how do you top that? You top it with Dear Evan Hansen. So Sam Majors, come talk to me. Hi. So what were you told in rehearsal about this Q&A segment? Were you given any kind of guidance?
Making up questions on the spot.
Yes, because I do what I want. That's what either I say or they say, right? That it's sort of like, yes, you guys are just thrown on the spot. You're in your living room. You have a very nice mantle, obviously, and some nice artwork on the wall. And it flew past me again. I know it's on 9,000 pieces of paper, but you're a senior or a junior?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. All right. So what is your plan for the fall?
I'm going somewhere, undecided yet, for a BFA in musical theater.
Great. So you don't have to mention those schools, but as we've said before, let us know, and then we can get into a bidding war here at Projects with Jason. We'll broker that deal for you.
Okay.
So let us know when you decide, and we'll see who throws more money. Let us know. Gay Jones, that has gay written all over it. We'll set you up with her, and she will broker that deal for you. Well, I mean, this is a no-brainer, but what outside of Dear Evan Hansen, what has been your favorite role you've played in high school, and what role would you like to play?
Oh, I just got finished. Our last production was Something Rotten, and I had the opportunity to play Nigel. Yes. And he was this nervous ball of energy that I just loved so much. So that was amazing. A dream role, probably Jesse Tuck in Tuck Everlasting.
Good choices. These are, you guys, has the school done that? Has Jeff done that?
No, they haven't. It's too small of a cast.
You guys are also, now I just said it, but you guys are also on a first name basis with your teachers, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting to me. We'll come back to that in the future episode, but I think that's interesting. And you're going to sing from Dear Evan Hansen. You sound wonderful. They're in for a treat. So let's just do it. This is Sam Majors with some Dear Evan Hansen, everybody.
He thought you were great, Well, he said, there's nothing like your smile, sort of subtle and perfect and real. He said, you never knew how wonderful that smile could make someone feel. And he knew whenever you get bored, you scribble stars on the cuffs of your jeans. And he noticed that you still fill out those quizzes that they put in those teen magazines. But he kept it all inside his head. What he saw, he left unsaid. And though he wanted to, he couldn't talk to you. He couldn't find a way. But he would always say, if I could tell her everything I see, if I could tell her how she's everything to me, but we're a million worlds apart. And I don't know how I would even start. If I could tell her, if I could tell her, but what do you do when there's this great divide? And what do you do when the distance is too wide? And how do you say, I love you? I love you. I love you. I love you. But we're a million worlds apart. And I don't know how I would even start. If I could tell her, if I could.
That was lovely. Tell us, we haven't done a shout out to the crew. Who's your crew tonight? Who's working for you?
My crew is my dad, who's right here.
Perfect. And he was, I know we tend to not see them often, but they get little looks or nods or, and do you feel like he, upheld his duties and did the best he could?
Yes, he kept my phone awake the whole time. He kept tapping it.
Don't even get me started on technology. Forget it. Well, we look forward to whatever your future is. Good luck with the college search. Again, let us know if you need any help from us here. Also, keep your eyes peeled because we're trying to figure out how to celebrate the 2020 grads. And we're going to do something. So you guys will all be a part of that. And we said we want to do the coming out of the house concert when this happened with the whole team. So thanks for coming and singing for us tonight. Very, very much. Good job. Let's bring back, oh Lord, I question even bringing her back because Laurel knows what she's doing now. Laurel, you still there?
Oh, I was going to do something weird. I missed my window.
I don't know if anybody else finds this funny, but it's just, I get to laugh for a minute. It's interesting. It's interesting when you hear a number of people say the same things and your teacher said it. I know Janine feels this way. I feel this way, but Weber today, people that said you're doing the show, you are so giving. And I was literally thinking today about Broadway Cares and we were raising money for them, and huge shout out to Broadway Cares and the Actors Fund and all the amazing work they're doing for the entertainment community. But you were always out there with a bucket. And you and I spent a lot of time together because you were a standby for a while, and we would do it, and you'd be out there. And I just remember, I think it was, I'm not going to say the city because I don't want to say the city, but they're just not interested. They were just blowing past us and going home at night. And we got more questions about where the bathrooms were.
Yes. Which way is the bathroom?
Yes.
That way. Can I get $1 for telling you that though, please? Okay. Well, I just remember I had to get everyone's signatures on the posters, and people started hiding from me because I would not sell a poster that didn't have everyone's signature on it. And so I'd be walking the halls and everyone would be like, oh God, Laurel's coming, run.
Oh, let us know in the comments if you have a side wicket poster. Let us know, please. Am I going the wrong way? No, it's over there. It's not. Oh, it flipped. It's on my screen. It's that way. It's that way now. Oh, there. Oh, no, you are right. I'm there.
You're here. We're both here.
I'm getting in such trouble at the post note session tonight. New host next week. Projects with Caroline. No, but you really were, and I mean, I think there's something to that. Your work ethic has continued to take you from job to job, and you're always happy. You'll reinvent yourself. And I when you posted about being sick, I was just like, here's somebody who has a positive outlook on it, and I just adore you, and I can't thank you enough for coming and sharing time with everybody tonight. And is this the song that you're going to have a little in the room? Are we doing that? Is somebody,
it's happening.
I'll play along. Okay.
Can I say one thing though, in regards to the video that I made?
Yes.
About having COVID. So my husband and I both had it, and we are recovered now, thank God. And I just felt that it was an opportunity to really share information and to debunk any stigmas against physical health, mental health, And so anytime, you know, anyone has an opportunity to do that, I feel like it's really important to just share and be transparent, especially in this time of complete uncertainty and scariness. And so I wanted to do that. And I also wanted to encourage people that there's so many ways to help. And so I do have things listed on my Facebook page and Instagram page of ways you can help your local hospital. And there's a bunch of hospitals in New York City that some great organizations are working with to feed the healthcare workers there and the janitors and all the staff at the hospitals. And I have a cousin who's working in one of those hospitals, and he says that it's like the highlight of their day is looking forward to these awesome meals. And you're also helping the local restaurants. So it's helping everyone. And you have an opportunity to donate your blood and your plasma if you are tested positive once you're recovered. And so we're both on a list to do that as well, and hoping to help with our antibodies for people who are really sick and for a vaccine. So anyway, there are lots of ways to help.
It also totally proves yes to all of that. But I want to also say that, like, the very little that I know of Rob, I've known you for a long time. I've known him in your life, but it's like you two could not be more perfect. It's like I'm seeing him, like, you know, last night, seeing him last night in rehearsal, and just how he was just like so into it and smiles. We're going to book him on. We talked about it last night, but it could happen.
You need to see what his face was when you said
that cutie patootie. There he is. Let us know in the comments. We want to see Rob back. We're going to do an evening of Rob as well.
Evening of Rob?
Oh, yeah. We're going to with that. And he's going to join you and accompany you on this next one, right?
Yes, it sure is.
It's just so fitting. Sing to us, because also you were also so gracious, because I'm closing the show out this week with a student because the song was so perfect. And when I said it to you, you were like, duh, like, of course you are. The students should totally close the show. So you give us a little bit of Carole King's classic, Beautiful, please.
Thank
Laurel
you.
Harris and her husband, Rob.
Rob, hit the drums, or he's playing the cajon, which is a box drum. All right, here we go. Yes. You've got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. Then people gonna treat you better. You're gonna find, yes you will, that you're beautiful as you feel. Waiting at the station with the workday wind to blow, and I got nothing to do but watch the passers-by. Mirrored in their faces, I see frustration growing, and they don't see it showing. Why do I? You've got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. Then people gonna treat you better. You're gonna find, yes you will, that you're beautiful as you feel. I have often asked myself the reason for the sadness in a world where tears are just a lullaby. If there's any answer, maybe love can end the madness. Maybe not, oh, but we can only try. We've got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and tell the love in your heart. Then people gonna treat you better. You're gonna find, yes you will, that you're beautiful. You're beautiful, so beautiful as you feel, as you feel, oh, as you feel. Good job, buddy.
Get in there for a bow. Come on.
Get in there.
With the cajon.
Oh, he's turning off the reverb. Okay.
All right, with the cajon. It's fine. You can be in, Yes, a little bow.
Congratulations, students.
Yes, absolutely.
100%.
Honey,
I
love
am
the
wearing
family. Oh, I don't. What? Stop. Oh, Lord.
No, I'm just telling you.
You're wearing what?
I'm wearing overalls.
Oh, amazing. No, I was
Yeah.
saying I love this gig because you can have, I've got shorts on tonight from the waist down. It's all about the waist
Great.
up, like.
Yeah, wait, stop.
Also, do we think that like news reporters are going to keep their hair and makeup teams now, or have they been let go? That's a big thing. I want our hair and makeup friends to have work, but I'm like, they're going to have to get back to having stylists, right?
Yeah, I could use some for sure.
Give our love to the family there, please.
I will.
So much
Thank
love.
you.
Thanks for all they're doing. Thanks for all you guys are doing, because I know the two of you are like in every benefit, like imaginable, like every 3 days.
Trying to raise money as any way we can and help everyone. This has been
we got a bucket on a song, a bucket on a song. Yeah. You guys are welcome back at Project Jason anytime, and we will be talking to Rob and having him. I adore you so much. I'll see you in a little bit.
I love you too, and congrats to these beautiful students, all of you. Such amazing work that you're doing. Thank you for highlighting them, Jason, and everyone on this. This is really, really special.
I adore you, sweetie. We'll talk to you soon. Laurel Harris, everybody. Amazing. Collaboration's a word I think you use we hear on every episode. And again, we're getting ready to start featuring. We're going to do, I'm not even try and come up with a title because we brainstormed it today, but a look in to what it takes to make these shows coming up. So be ready with that. And you're meeting the team Mondays and Wednesdays on social media. If you're not following us, do that. We've got a lot going on social media. It takes a huge group of people, and we have the best time doing them. There was a comment tonight that I get frustrated or annoyed because I'm not on headset. And it's not frustration. It's just I know what fun they're having. And it's like there's a conversation going on that I'm not a part of. But it's a big group that it takes to do this. And it's amazing that we're doing it. So that's it. Thank you for all of that. We've got one final song. And this song is, I think, going to be introduced to a lot of people tonight. It's a really great song from a show that people don't really know called When Pigs Fly that was supposed to be coming back off Broadway. And then it sort of fell through and didn't happen. But and this song is just so poignant. And this young man found it on his own. So I want you to meet him. And then he's going to literally close the show tonight. So Nathan, come talk to me.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So I'm going to throw a question to you right off the bat. Talk to us about the process yesterday when you came in for rehearsal, because you had this song. And I think part of what people don't know that goes into this is we do a rehearsal with everybody. Jason Yarker, our musical supervisor, Kyle Cole, our tech supervisor. We've got Caroline, mixing things. We've got Kimberly, our production manager. A lot of information. Your teachers are there. You walk in, and it's like you're being basically put into a rehearsal, right? And we threw a lot of stuff at you. So tell them about what they didn't see in the getting ready.
So yesterday when I came here, we backstage in my house right now. We've got 2 lights. We've got a microphone. We've got a camera in front of me. So throughout that rehearsal process, we kept fine-tuning it, turning the sound on the music a little up, turning the sound on the mic a little up, moving the camera around a little bit. So it was a process getting it to exactly where it is right here. And I sang my song for you guys, and you guys gave me some pointers, and I've implemented those into the song now.
Why this song?
I was not familiar with the musical. I just found this song in a book full of just musical theater songs, and I thought the song was extremely relevant to today, even though it was written like 20 years ago. It was surprising to me how it is still so relevant today.
Yeah, and I told you it's got a very personal meaning to me. Mm-hmm. And when I saw it, I was kind of like, really? I was like, okay, and you nailed it. And I talked to Jason right before the show tonight, and he was talking about it because he was in and out of rehearsal today. But I said, they all took the notes, and it's really amazing. And to see somebody grow like you did, and with this, it's the only way we could end the show tonight. So I'm so thrilled you're doing it.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, hang on to it. Do it in the future again, because it's going to be a great song for you to give hope to people that don't know it. So I'm going to give you a second because you're closing out the show. So I'm going to do a couple little wrap-up things, and you're going to sing for us, all right?
Okay.
Have a good time. So that's a show. Nathan's going to sing. Make sure you hang on after Nathan sings, because we're going to have a look at the Jesuit program in this incredible compilation video that shouts out to all of those students out there on stage, off stage, box office, theater supporters. You don't even know you want to be in the program yet. Guess what? They're going to be back. They're going to be back in the fall and bigger and better than ever. So you've got the chance to do it. If you don't know, check out this weekend. Tomorrow night, we're at a different time. I said it earlier, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock on the West Coast for Artist in Conversation, Chita Rivera. If you don't know who she is, do not put that in the comments and Google it now, because it is a big old show tomorrow night to honor the musical theater legend. Thanks to everybody out there. Thanks to everybody that continues to do what they do in education and supporting those of us that have found ourselves through your programs, classrooms, and we say the same story every week. And as I say every week, in the end, kindness only matters. And we're going to leave you with one thing, which is also laughing matters. This is Nathan Hasbrook, the final representative of Jesuit High School, and our tour to Portland, Oregon.
Live at 5 and CNN keep us all abreast of breaking stories that can tend to make us anxious and depressed. Problems with no answers hang on like some nagging cough. And every day some brand new issue rears its head to piss you off. Bad guys win. Optimism's wearing thin. Things are spinning out of control. Cynicism's all the fad. World events could make us mad as hatters. Almost every day, some underpinning slips away. These aren't laughing matters. Time bombs tick. People keep on getting sick. And a nickel's not worth a cent. Wickedness and peace agree to bound. Just as peace is gaining ground, it shatters. Hate is here to stay. And justice goes to those who pay. These aren't laughing matters. The truth is scarier by far than anything that Stephen King could write. The stories in the paper are a daily small decline and fall spelled out in black and white. What to do? How to gain a brighter view when your noodle's totally fried? Human spirits need to be leavened by some levity. So take those blues and bounce them off a wall. Keep your humor, please. 'Cause don't you know it's times like these that laughing matters most of all. Good night.